Finally we reached Chitradurga. So this is our fort. Last time we have been to Kunigal and you have already watched it. So this time we are thinking, let's explore a little bit of Chitradurga. Join me. It was Saturday morning and we had to hit Asian Highway 47 route to reach Chitradurga from Tumkur. This route of Asian Highway network running 2057 kilometers passes through various cities and states. I was not aware of this fact till date, but this is something which I have to explore. Yeah, the best part of this route is you don't bump on any speed breakers. At the same time, you have broad roads for quick pit stop, and not to forget, you enjoy the ride while you watch nature at its best. And of course, you have to cross 2 toll gates. Near to Chitradurga, as you see the background scenic view, it's awesome, right? It's in the middle of the highway. Far you can see it's actually raining. It's a spectacular view. Awesome. We don't have to waste much time here, but we'll shortly hit Chitradurga's fort in another 10-15 minutes. We parked our vehicle just nearby to the fort and we just walked right in front of this fort entrance. This is called Elu Suttina Kote, meaning fort of 7 circles. The entry fees is 25 rupees for adults, which you have to pay through QR scanner. Now, best time to visit Chitradurga Fort is during August to October, is what I felt, because I visited in the month of September. Finally, we are in front of Chitradurga Fort. We'll just get inside in a while. We're just waiting for our friends. So once they just join us, then we will take our entry fees, the ticket, and then we will get inside. She's excited. By the way, to introduce, he is my friend and was colleague. Ex-colleague. He's Hari. So we are today at Mayura Hotel near to Chitradurga Fort. Just had a quick snack and we are moving out. History should be heard by certified guides who will be available inside the fort. Make best use of it. They will narrate story which you find so reasonable and you will become one of their characters in the story. While we were making an entry to the fort, you might have noticed snake picture on the wall. So that basically indicates how this fort has been designed. And this is completely a zigzag, which is another tactical move which slowed down the enemy movement if they had to enter the fort during the wartime. Bad puppy. Once you are inside the fort, then you will have to be visiting all these 25 places. And don't miss when you are here anytime in near future. So many places to see here, but some guide should be there to guide us.
We have a guide here, semi-skilled guide.
Semi-skilled guide. Like we were discussing, Hari was our non-certified guide for the day. Unlucky us. Just kidding. Hari, don't curse me if you are watching this video. Hence, we didn't had to avail any available guide in the vicinity, but we just had to follow his directions. These are some of the hand grind stones which you see lying around. There are nearly 15 odd we found while we were just passing by. One thing you observe around Chitradurga is windmills that looks as if a decorative ornament to this locality, which basically attracts a lot of tourists to this place every year. When you are inside the fort, get used to see a lot of temples. This is one of the Banashankari temple near to the entrance. This is one of the monument which I find it still intact, or maybe that is well maintained. As we see, one of the most important and also much visited spot of the hill fort, because we see there is some huge circular grinders of granite has been erected with a central circular rotating space, right? You observe that, which is there on the video. Now what happens is there are 4 different rotating space which is made available at north, south, east and west. These huge grinders have their top rotating half of the grinder's teeth at the sides to fasten them to the mechanical device of a rotator fixed at the central pole. Now and at some point in time you have seen the central space, right? That is where the pole will be located. Each of these 4 grinders below has an independent chambers to receive the gunpowder. The gunpowder was shifted to the magazines near to the places. So ultimately, it's like grinding the gunpowder where you can use it for firing those cannons. Chitradurga Fort was planned such that it would remain self-sufficient for a long siege. Probably it had enough food storing capacity to last a year or more. No one knows. But again, it had a efficient rainwater harvesting system and springs too. For man to bring such powerful self-defense and survival systems, imagine how many dangers prevailed in those days. And that is a chamber for oil storage. While we were cruising through these fort walls, there was a surprise for us, and we personally met Monkey Man of India scaling walls. Jyotiraj is an Indian free solo climber from Chitradurga, known as Koti Raju or Monkey King. Raj is famous for scaling the Chitradurga fort without safety harnesses. He does not climb for sports but to entertain those visitors who visit the fort. And most importantly, you should be aware, he will be available only during weekends. And he do have few trainees who is going through some trainings which he is organizing, and he had a lot of plans in his mind, which I will be covering little more in detail in my upcoming video. Consider that as a personal discussion with Koti Raj. I'm near to the grain storage room, and the view from that side is amazing. It is just right behind me, or maybe if I pan my camera, you will find it towards my left hand side, which is a huge cabin, and I'm sure tons of grains can be stored in this place. I'm getting into Sampige Siddheshwara temple. The moment I entered, I first noticed there's a big platform which is used for yogas or havanas or maybe some cultural programs in those days. And there is a big space around where people can sit and watch those programs from every corner of the temple. While we were busy watching the fort, our new friend Anera wanted to show her gymnastic skills, and indeed she did it. Well done, Anera. We had good time with a great company, and that was the first half of the day. Very soon you will get to see the second half, which is going to be much more exciting. Stay tuned, be happy.